After looking at last week's exit ticket where we converted a decimal to a fraction, about 50% of us were still making a very popular mistake. And so I want us to go through some few steps for success so that we never have the same issue that we did in that exit ticket, since fractions and decimals will never go away. We still use them pretty regularly in math and will continue to do so in all future years. So I want to convert 7.0015 to a fraction. So the first thing I'm going to do following my steps is bring down the whole number. So I'm just going to rewrite it. Check. Then I'm going to draw a line under the decimal portion. So I've drawn my line, and I'm going to put a 1 under the decimal point, directly under it. Then I'm going to draw a 0 under every single number after the decimal. So 1, 2, 3, 4, right? There are 4 numbers after the decimal point, so there are 4 zeros as well. We're going to rewrite this fraction. So 0, 0, 1, 5, and 10,000. And now we're going to simplify. So this part literally took me like half a second, right? 1 through 5. But now we have to simplify. So that's going to take a little bit longer. So I'm going to rewrite it without the front zeros, right? It's the same thing as just saying 15 over 10,000, right? So just because we remove the zeros in the front does not mean we can remove other zeros after the 10,000. That entire number needs to follow the 15. And now we need to think to ourselves, what number goes into 15 and 10,000? So I have to just very quickly create a little chart, and I'm going to do the multiples of 15 since 15 is a lot smaller. So I know 1 times 15 is 15, 2 times nothing isn't 15, 3 times 5 is 15, and because 4 times nothing is 15, here are our multiples. So I want to see if these multiples can also go into 10,000. So I know 1 times 10,000 is 10,000. 2 times something is also there, but since we don't have a 2 in the 15, we're not going to worry about that. I know 3 doesn't go into 10,000 evenly. And now I want to look at 5. So I believe 5 goes into 10,000 because remember, numbers that end in a 0 or a 5 are multiples of 5. That's a 0. Bring down the 0. That's a 0. Bring down the 0. That's a 0. So sure enough, 5 and 2,000 also go into 10,000. So I'm going to pick the biggest number that goes into 15 and 10,000 evenly. Oh, I didn't actually check 15 and 10,000, but I'm going to tell you right now, it does not go into 10,000 evenly. So we're going to circle 5, which means I can divide 15 by 5 and 10,000 by 5. And 15 divided by 5 is 3, and 10,000 divided by 5 is 2,000. Can any number go into 3 and 2,000? Nope. So our final simplified fraction is 7 and 3 over 2,000. All right, let's see if I can follow this process on a second one. Convert 3 and 3.008 to a fraction. So I'm bringing down my whole number, drawing a line under the decimal portion, drawing my 1 under the decimal with 3 zeros because there are 3 zeros underneath or after the decimal point. Now that I have rewritten my fraction, I'm going to go ahead and simplify. So I can take out the zeros in front of the 8, and I'm left with 8 and 1,000. So here I go again to simplify. I know that 1 times 8 is 8, and 2 times 4 is 8. I know 1 times 1,000 is 1,000. 2 times 500 is 1,000. And 4 times 250 is 1,000. 8 does not go into 1,000 evenly. So now I'm going to pick the number that is the biggest on the top row and the bottom, which is 4, right? So 4 can go into 8 and 1,000, and 8 divided by 4 is 2, and 1,000 divided by 4 is 250. Oh, I think 8 does go into 1,000. Uh-oh, I made a mistake. So now we're going to see if 2 goes into 250 because 250 is still even. So I know that if I divide by 2, oh yeah, I get 125. So our final answer is 3 and 1 over 125. Let's go ahead and stamp some of that important information following our steps for success.